I know. I'm in the bathtub. I'll explain that in a little bit. But my name is Annette Johnson, and I'm 43 years old, and I live in a really, really small town called Saltella, Texas. I grew up in a bigger town, Shawnee, Oklahoma, but now I live in a town that on a rainy day, there might be 100 people if everybody's home. Anyway, so why am I in the bathtub? Because I'm a mom. And sometimes as a mom, this is the only place that you can go to get some quiet time and to be alone. And even then, sometimes you get interrupted. But as a mom, it's the most awesome thing. I mean, how else are you going to hang out with C3PO in the bathtub? Only a mom can do that. So I am really, 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 really excited about this season of Next Great Baker because it's teams. And I think I have an awesome teammate because Christina is just like me. She's a mom of a great big giant family. And I think that gives us an edge over other people because we know how to manage people because that's what we do as moms. Anyway, I've got some videos that I want to show you that tell you a little bit about me. So just hang on and I'll get you some more video.
There's your partner. Trip. Connect. ADA. Shake hands. Fighting stance. Yeah. Ready, set, Break. And 2 points. White side. Winner. Good job, guys. Shake hands. Good job, guys. Shake hands.
Okay, this is my crew, and they're getting me ready for the Next Great Baker. And just like smashing through these boards, I'm going to smash through the competition. When I set a goal, I achieve it. You see this right here? This is my black belt. Come Friday, I'm going to achieve this goal. I test for my black belt Friday. If we learn how to communicate better, then we can keep our relationships from going south. So the next thing is exactly what I was kind of leading into. Observe body language. If I am sitting here talking to you like this, and I'm telling you, no, I'm not mad. Do you think I'm telling you the truth?
No.
Okay, or this is my telltale. 1 foot to the side and my hand on my hip. I'm mad. I'm fixing to go off. And especially if I start moving this foot, I'm containing that's somehow that foot tapping stops my tongue from moving. Not sure how that works. But if that foot ever stops, I'm getting ready to go off. And so people have tells. And you as you learn your friends and the people that you minister to or your parents, Hey, all right, now we're in my kitchen, and this is my cake kitchen because I have 2 kitchens because my husband built a building so that we could have our office in it, and so I would have a cake kitchen all to myself. And so this was designed just for me to be able to do cakes and be able to stay at home and still be a stay-at-home mom and do cakes. So this is where the magic happens. And I kind of wanted to show it to you before the kids got home from school and chaos all hit. And this is it. Okay, here we are. We're in my kitchen still, and this is my favorite part of the kitchen because sometimes whenever the kids go to bed and I'm in here late at night, this is where I end up. And so I'm going to do my 5-minute challenge, and I'm going to show you how to make a rose out of a Dum Dum sucker. And the reason why I like these, start out with gum paste. The reason why I like these is because when you put them on a wedding cake, it gives the kids something at a wedding to eat. And everybody always likes the idea of their roses are made out of Dum Dum sucker, something that they know. Okay, so we're just going to roll out our gum paste fairly thin. And these don't take very long. That's why I like them. And that's why I chose them for my 5-minute challenge, because you get to practicing these, typical Dum Dum sucker, and they don't take you very long. So I cut me out a circle and just put it on the center. So in case any part of that Dum Dum sucker, because you don't always use the same color sucker, so if I had a blue sucker, you wouldn't be able to see the blue. And then the next thing that I do is take this size cutter and cut me out a 5-petal flower. And then I'm going to put it on my pad and thin out the edges. Then after I do that, I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it up on to the Dum Dum Sucker, just going backwards like I was taking, if I was taking a rose apart, putting it back together. And this gum paste hasn't dried out any at all, so it's sticking to itself. So that's the first part of the rose. And I'm going to set that to the side, and I'm going to cut one more. Do the same thing. I'm going to start where I left off and do another layer. So it's a layering process. And that's one of those things about Christina and I and our team. We are multiple layers. Being moms, we can multitask, and there's multiple layers to our personalities. See, there we go. Let's do one more layer. And so our lives are kind of like this rose. You just kind of pile everything up on it, and at the end of it, you have a beautiful thing. Okay, I'm going to do a different size this time. Gum paste was kind of sticky. Thing I like about roses too is they're not perfect in nature. So they don't have to be exactly perfect. They need to look pretty, but they don't have to be perfect. There might be a little bit of a tear in a real rose. Just keep layering. There we go. Dum Dum Sucker Rose.
Tell us about your background and your upbringing and how that has helped you become the person you are today.
Okay, well, because we have this great big giant family and there's 7 kids, and I got married young. I went from being somebody's daughter to somebody's wife to a mother, and sometime about the time I was in my 40s, I lost my identity. I tried to figure out, who am I? I know I'm a mom and I know I'm a wife, but who am I? So it was kind of like, you know, most people have midlife crisis. I kind of had midlife cake because I dove into cake decorating, and that's where I found myself. And of course it benefits my family, and it all started out because of my kids. Because with 7 kids, that means 7 birthdays. And so that's a lot of birthday cake. And so I got a lot of practice because I have a lot of kids.
Okay, do you have a team name?
Yes, Christina and I have decided we're going to call our team Baker's Dozen, because I have 7 kids, she has 6 kids, so together we make a Baker's Dozen.
Okay, what is your relationship with your teammate?
Christina and I met at the Oklahoma Sugar Art Show, and we kind of had similar stories. Here we are, these moms of great big giant families, and that's all anybody ever knew us as. So-and-so's mom, this one's mom, that one's mom, this one's wife. And so we both kind of connected just on the level of being a mom, a bunch of kids, and being a stay-at-home mom, and finding cake to find ourselves, and how it's infiltrated all parts of our life.
How do you work as a team?
We don't know how we work as a team because we have that's something that's very unique about our team. We don't live in the same state. Christina lives in Arkansas, I live in Texas, and we only see each other maybe once a year at the Oklahoma Sugar Art Show. We talk on the telephone all the time, but we've never worked together, so that is going to be drama.